Wald, der ein bemerkenswertes Turnier bislang spielt. In Runde 1 musste er gegen Ricky Evans ran, lag mit 2:5 zurück, um das Ding dann doch noch mit 6:5 zu gewinnen. Gestern gegen Ian White, die Nummer 6 des Turniers. Er lag mit 3:5 zurück und gewann ebenfalls mit 6:5. Mal sehen, was er hier im Achtelfinale schafft. Ein herzliches Willkommen, Jeffrey de Graaf! Jeffrey de Graaf tritt an gegen den jüngsten Weltmeister in der Geschichte der Sportart Darts. 2006 gewann er im Alter von 21 Jahren und 90 Tagen damals das WM-Finale gegen Landsmann Raymond von Barneveld. Er hat in diesem Jahr seine zweite Premier League-Saison gespielt. Ist die aktuelle Nummer 10 der Welt. Herzlich willkommen, The Cobra, Jelle Klaasen!
Well, with a final and a semi-final to show for his last two efforts on the European Tour, much is expected of Jelle Klaasen once again this weekend, even more so perhaps after his opening win against Daryl Gurney yesterday, beating the in-form Gurney 6-4. Plenty to admire about that result as it stands alone, but I'm sure Klaasen will feel there is room for improvement here. And he's up against a fellow Dutchman in the shape of Jeffrey de Graaf, Dan Dawson, who has pulled off two very noteworthy comebacks, fight backs, bounce backs, call them what you will so far.
Well, he has, but he's had to have a bit of luck to do that. He survived a match start from Ricky Evans, he survived two from the Diamond Ian White, but in spells, Jeff Graaf has thrown the sort of darts that he's always threatened to throw. The European Tour has not been a happy hunting ground for him so far. First time he finds himself in the final day of action. Can he book his place in the final session of action? Kyle Anderson awaits, having knocked out the number 3 seed.
First leg, Jeffrey to throw first. Game on.
Former major finalist in the BDO, Jeffrey de Graaf, missed a dart for the title, the World Trophy. Ended up being won by the Belgian Geert de Vos.
77.
And as aesthetically pleasing as Jeffrey de Graaf's throw is, there were little moments. And against Ricky Evans, he had one visit where he'd gone for treble 20 and nearly hit double 5. Then he'd gone for a 20 and just hit a single 20. He went down for the 19s and he threw it out the board.
140.
And he looked at his hand as if it wasn't his. I've not seen a dart player miss the target by so much since Kiang Sun in the opening round of the World Championship a couple of years ago when he hit the tyre. And yet he still averaged nearly 100 for the last 5 legs against Ricky Evans as he came back from 5-1 down. Absolutely 97. Astonishing stuff.
And he's here on the final day. One of 15 players left standing now after the departure of the number 3 seed, Mensur Suljovic, the first high-profile casualty of the day. Former European Tour champion, of course. Mensur is on his way back to Vienna, or wherever he's going now, prior to next weekend.
171.
Fantastic setup shot from Jeffrey de Graaf. 171 to leave double 8 for a 13 darter. Jelle Klaasen applies a little bit of pressure.
23. Jeffrey requires 16.
Double 8. Double 8 is there. Jeffrey de Graaf starting strongly.
4 brilliant darts there overall. When you look at that finale too, that opening leg.
137.
It was all about the setup, as you say, Dan.
Well, maybe Jeffrey de Graaf, having tested out one theory of how to win games of darts, in that you let your opponent have a commanding lead and then decide to start playing properly and come back. Maybe he's decided to just
86.
flip reverse it a la Blazing Squad and just get out the gate quickly, as we call it.
Rather
96.
than having to battle his way back into contention.
Mensur Suljovic's luck finally running out here at the Happy Bet German Darts Masters. Survived 4 match darts yesterday.
Against Lewis, yeah, and Jamie Lewis, I should emphasise.
Yeah, Kyle Anderson, not so generous.
And Kyle Anderson, mentioned it last year, great
98.
year. Best year ever on the PDC circuit last year, 2016. And despite that interruption in his career because of the visa problems, looks to be back on course straight away.
Well, you know, he had these problems with his eye, but didn't cause any issues in that game, did he? Averaged 98, but look at this. Jelle Klaasen for the bullseye. Does he go for it? He does, and he's not far off.
45.
Nearly a 12 dart reply from Jelle Klaasen. We have seen this cause problems going for the bullseye when you don't need to. Jeffrey de Graaf not on a finish. Learn from Justin Pike. Why go for the ball when you don't need to? Double 8. Well, it doesn't matter. It's a 14 darter instead for Jelle Klaasen, one apiece.
Yeah, in this case, more than enough in hand there to get away with that one, as you say.
13 dart hold, 14 dart hold. Opening 2 legs of this one. Strong stuff from the 2 Dutchmen as they look to book their place in the final session of action of the tournament. And it's worth noting again, mentioned it many times, but Jelle Klaasen playing through the pain barrier. Has got this tendinitis in his wrist. Ton 40. Pump of the fist from Jeffrey de Graaf. And I'm sure you'll see him just sort of wringing his hand out almost.
100.
Jelle Klaasen over the course of this game. It's usually after a few legs that it starts to take its toll, or certainly when he, shows that it's taking its toll. But he'll have been practicing for quite some time today anyway, so it's not as if he's not used his hand all day.
And let's face it, if he wants to go far in this tournament, he's going to have to.
Well, plus,
today,
I mean,
58.
I mentioned it in the first European tour. He got to the final day, and I thought, well, I don't really fancy Jelle, to be honest, because he can get through a game, but then what happens in the second game when he's been there for even longer,
92.
playing more and practicing more? And then he averaged pretty much 100 and beat Benito van der Pass in an absolutely fantastic game. So he can do it. It probably just makes it less likely that he's going to be able to play at high levels right the way through the day, which is exactly what he's going to have to do if he's going to go and win his first Euro Tour title. As de Graaf, 57, 42 left. That leaves double 16. And that is an excellent checkout from Jeffrey de Graaf. 2-1 he leads.
Yeah, Kyle Anderson had a similar checkout actually in that opening match.
97.
You see 104 average almost for Jeffrey de Graaf, 102 for Jelle Klaasen. 13 darter followed by 14 darter and then 15 darter. So they're getting worse. Eventually we'll get to Gilding Seatman territory by the end of this match.
Surely not. Surely not.
61.
He's still here, Stefan Seatman. He's on stage later against Simon Whitlock.
Oh, what a story it would be.
What a story it would be.
100.
Looking to become the 3rd German to make it through to a quarter-final in the European Tour. Dragutin Horvat has managed it, Max Hopp has managed it. And Stefan Seatman, a man who just rocked up, a roofer from Hanover.
85.
Rocked up on Friday night, sorry, the qualifier. Nobody really knew he was. Battled his way through and has come through Well, he's
2
games. That's all. I'm not even going to use adjectives. He just came through 2 games.
He's advanced 2 rounds further than Adrian Lewis, which is the astonishing way of putting it.
121, Jelle, 170.
True say. Now, Jelle looking at the 170 again. He's not got the conundrum of whether he goes for the bullseye because he hasn't hit the 2 trebles.
94.
Knocks off 94, and he's looking pretty good to level it up at 2 apiece.
$134, Jelle.
Nice setup from de Graaf.
Yeah, just a bit of pressure on this now for Klaasen, but he's looking at double 18, which he loves normally, but not today. So
interesting decision. Jelle Klaasen has been deliberately leaving himself double top of late. He's talked about it, saying that he prefers it as an option, but he's gone back to his favourite double 18. It's not worked for him. This is still possible, not anymore, Jeffrey de Graaf.
84.
Well, I wonder why Jelle has suddenly changed his routes. And maybe it's the fact that he hasn't been practicing it that much. And
Jeffrey requires 60.
I don't know if he was trying to bust that.
I think he was. He was very, very close to the wire on the 20, but we'll never know because de Graaf takes out double 8s, and he has a cushion of 2 legs all of a sudden, and maybe another upset is on the cards
Jeffrey
here.
to throw first.
It's a break of throw. And just 1 or 2 signs that all is not well in the Jelle Klaasen camp today.
96.
Well, I have to say, I've been an advocate for Jelle Klaasen sticking with the double 18 because he was so reliable on it.
Yeah.
But I suppose if you've been playing a number of games where you've been avoiding it and trying to leave double top at every available opportunity, you're not going to be quite as sharp on it as you might be. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say he was going for that 5, because I think if he was looking to bust it, he'd probably bust over on the other side of the 20 in case he hit the 1.
Yeah.
But it matters not, because Jeffrey de Graaf took out the double.
95.
And he's got a 2-leg cushion. and he is looking to make it through to the quarterfinals, final session of action on a European tour for the very first time. Not made the last 16 before.
No. And he would also exact some revenge for a defeat by Jelle Klaasen in the World Championship at Ali Pali in December. They met in the last 64. Klaasen came through that one by 3 sets to 1. Fairly comfortable. I actually saw that match in the flesh as well.
That was Robert Malarkey Darts
94,
fan, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. That was my night out, my one night out at Christmas. That I'm allowed.
I know, it's disgraceful behaviour. He's dancing around, giving it Colo, It's disgusting. Now then, is it the bullseye first? It is, and that means he's going to get a dart at the ball, but he's hit the treble. So even better than that, Jeffrey de Graaf. Double 6. Misses inside.
Now
Jelle requires 67.
Jelle Klaasen, great opportunity to bounce back here. Tops than he wants.
27.
Well, Jeffrey de Graaf. This is a big, big opportunity now.
Jeffrey requires 6.
Let off the hook there to an extent.
Is it 2 for double 2? Is it straight at the Ashdown? Double 3.
It was straight at double 3.
Well,
he's running out of space here now all of a sudden as well.
It has to be to the left. He can't keep going right. There's no more room.
Oh. No score.
Well.
4
darts
40.
missed by Jeffrey de Graaf for a 4-1 lead. Jelle Klaasen missed 3 in the previous leg and was broken. And he
35.
cannot take advantage of Jeffrey de Graaf's mistakes.
Yeah, 6 from 19 yesterday, and it's not really happening for him so far today either. Jeffrey de Graaf, this time he has split it. 2 goes at double 2. 1 go at double 1 will be enough, and it is enough. Well, talk about dodging bullets. He has dodged a massive one there, and Jelle Klaasen all of a sudden is in a big, big spot of bother here, and, well, he's kicked off with a treble 5 as well, looking to recover on the 19s instead.
129.
Well, Jelle Klaasen was right there with Jeffrey de Graaf for the first 4 legs of this, then 3 missed darts to hold his own throw, and it's just gone downhill from there for Jelle Klaasen.
97.
And he has suffered a number of quite heavy defeats of late. A couple of 6-0s and a 6-1, all in the last couple of weeks, really.
Yeah.
There have been some good stuff in there as well, but when it's not been going for Jelle, it's been going pretty spectacularly wrong, and that's exactly what's happening on the doubles. I mean, look at the overall average is good. It's just the doubles that have let him down.
57.
Jeffrey de Graaf's average has fallen down to the low 90s. That's pretty much what he's done all weekend, but it doesn't tell the whole story of his games, because he's had spells where he's been brilliant.
60.
Half the game he'll average 80, half the game he'll average 100. Works out as about 90.
One of those 6-0 defeats was by Barney. You could perhaps forgive him that one, but Richie Burnett was one as well, and Scott Taylor then beat him 6-1 in the 7th Players' Championship event of the year. Richie Corner beat him as well. 6-4.
134, Jelle, 116.
Now, can Jelle just kickstart his campaign once again here? Not with this particular visit.
100.
Once again, trying to leave the double 18. Some players will go 4 19s for tops there. Jelle Klaasen, noticeable change in his MO. Jeffrey de Graaf is not going to take out the 152, so Klaasen will return.
140.
But he is sat on double 6, and with Jelle missing doubles, de Graaf may get a go. Power finally pins one to close the gap.
7th leg, Jeffrey to throw first. Game on.
And look, the sooner that Jelle gets this problem sorted, I think he was talking about having surgery on it potentially at the start of next month, when he first started talking publicly about this injury problem he's got. The sooner he gets it sorted, the better, because Jelle Klaasen, for my money, has been absolutely superb over the last 2 years, and probably deserved more success than he's had.
It must be so difficult knowing when the right time is, though, because with tournaments every week, okay, the Premier League's out of the way now, so maybe this is as good a time as any, but, you know, you've got recovery time to factor in as well when you look ahead to the big summer schedule, for example, with the World Match Play. And
you do, but if you carry on playing through injury, you've got A, the problem of potentially making it a lot worse, and B, you're going to start missing out on qualification for things if you start dropping down the rankings, because Jeffrey de Graaf has fired in the first 180 of this contest. Not down to a finish. Jelle Klaasen follows it. second, but he's not down to a finish either. But it does keep him just about in touch in this leg.
That's bubbling up nicely, this one now.
96.
Important last dart from de Graaf. Gets him down to a 2-darter. Should get at least 1 dart for the leg. But Jelle Klaasen's kicked in here.
140.
Ton 80, ton 40. Gets him down to a 2-darter. But is it in vain? Double 17. Now 18 for double 16. Double 16 he wants. And just
51.
moves the wire. Misses inside.
95.
He likes double 19, which is why he's gone treble. Double, double. Yeah, that's the route. Jelle loves double 19,
55.
double 19. He goes for it quite a lot. He hits it every now and again. Not on this occasion. And de Graaf steps up looking at for double 8 to go within a leg of his first appearance in a quarter-final on the European Tour.
And there it is.
Charge in the 7th leg, Jeffrey de Graaf. Over Jelle to
Just
throw
a little bit
first.
more pumped up now, Jeffrey de Graaf as well, as he opens up a 5-2 cushion. Just the double 19, double 19 though. The way Klaasen's been throwing doubles today. Okay, lacks that option now and then, as he said, but I don't know, play your percentages, sometimes people will say.
Well, you never know, you know, perhaps with the pressure, with that first double,
58.
no pressure on actually winning the leg. You've got to hit it, obviously, but maybe it's perhaps a little bit easier than knowing it's for the leg. And then if it does find the target, it should make the second one easier.
Yeah, and it's a bigger target as well, so, yeah, it's...
I like the shot. And Jelle does go for it a lot, but, yeah, he didn't really execute it to perfection there. But then again, everything on the outer ring for Jelle Klaasen has been a bit of a struggle ever since, well, the 4th leg.
93.
Well, he's certainly up against it here now. He needs to win 4 on the spin. Jeffrey de Graaf is on the verge of another addition on his CV, a European Tour quarter-final, and it would be against an unseeded player in the shape of Kyle Anderson as well. So we would have a guaranteed unseeded player in the semi-finals if it were to come to pass here. De Graaf, though, still has work to do, but this is another step in the right direction for him.
Well, he's won games this weekend from the position Jelle Klaasen finds himself in. He can't afford to lose from this position. Jelle.
97. Jeffrey require 146.
Left himself a simple 2-darter. The 146 is not going to go. So Jelle Klaasen. Now then, is it 20 double 18? Is it 16 tops? What's it going to be? It is 20 double 18. So this is a deliberate thing for Jelle Klaasen, and it is not working out for him.
Once again, he's missed on double 18 and double 9 in that combination, and he seems to have flipped back to his favoured option, as we said earlier. Tops then for de Graaf. 2 goes at it for a place in the quarterfinals of the Happy Bet German Darts Masters.
49.
Not yet.
Yellow white 18.
Well, this time double 9 is taken out, and Jeffrey de Graaf missed match darts. How much will that affect him, Dan?
Well, he's survived match darts in his previous 2 games, Jeffrey de Graaf. He has now missed match darts
96.
himself. And maybe there's just this little voice in the back of the Dutchman's head saying, people win from these positions.
96.
You did it. You did it yesterday. You did it the day before.
Well, look, it's on his throw here anyway. Let's not lose sight of that.
Yeah, he does have the throw in 2 of the remaining 3 legs, including this one, of course. So,
58.
look, this is very much in Jeffrey de Graaf's hands. You look at Jeffrey de Graaf's Wikipedia page. He doesn't really have a nickname, de Graaf.
Well, I thought it was Jeffrey Giraffe.
Well, I mean, apart from Jeffrey Giraffe, which has been
touted.
Yeah,
35.
by Michael Smith's son, Michael Jr. That's only because he can't say his name. Just Jeffrey Giraffe. Look at this from Jelle. Jelle, that's a second maximum. And he's down to a finish.
On the de Graaf throw.
De Graaf should be on a finish. Needs to stay there. Yeah, well, that's enough to get down to the big one, but Jelle's looking at one that's just as tough, maybe even tougher in some respects, and he's not going to take it out, and that's 4 scored with the first 2 darts.
Jelle.
23.
Well, that's just opened the door for de Graaf once again here.
Jelle, you require 144.
The Wikipedia page story is on hold.
For a minute. Well,
Unless
92.
It says that he's a direct descendant of the American physicist Van der Graaf, who
require
developed the
112.
generator of the same name. I don't believe that's the case. Can he generate a 1-1-2 checkout and a 6-3 win against Jelle Klaasen, though? Well, no, he can't at this stage, because he scored 8 with his first 2 darts. Well, let's make it 11, shall we?
11 from 3, Jelle with 4 from 2.
Yellow got 52.
A horror show of a visit for Geoffrey de Graaf, with the game on the line. And
18.
Jelle
Again.
finally, double 18
Jelle
starts
Klaasen.
working for him. Very different now, isn't it?
Game on.
Missed match darts in leg 8. Scruffy darts in leg 9.
99.
And all of a sudden, Klaasen here throwing first to level the match at 5 apiece. And that would set up a decider. And de Graaf, well, he wouldn't be human if he wasn't getting a bit jittery now. But that's a perfect way to quell those jitters in his stomach. That's a brilliant, brilliant visit. Just what he needed as well on the Klaasen throw to start things off.
Well, essentially, he's won the darts back here. And look at this, Geoffrey de Graaf. He was threatening the 9-darter in the previous game against Ian White. He's gone 4 perfect darts there. Sadly unable to match them with the next 2.
Yeah, had 7 against White.
140.
But he won't care about that if he gets over the line here.
54.
And he's not there yet. But Klaasen might be about to overtake him here.
140.
Yeah, all of a sudden just turning it on, despite that 4 from 2 darts.
Well,
in the previous leg.
I was hoping he might leave himself double 1 here, just to try and make the noise a little bit
100.
louder for Jelle as he looks at 64 to level the match. Double 8. Klaasen, there was a bit of a lunge with that last dart, wasn't there? And he misses 2 darts to take us to a decider. And Geoffrey de Graaf should get a dart for the match. He's missed 2 already. Oh, well, that's a nightmare. That's 15 scored. Well, he's hit the treble, so he does get a match dart at double 8, and he misses inside again. 3 match darts missed by Geoffrey de Graaf. And Jelle Klaasen pins the double 8. We are going all the way. De Graaf has the darts, but having lost the last 3 legs on the spin, can he turn this around now?
Well, the fine margins are just magnified to the nth degree when you have a best of 11 format like this, and there have been many, many fine lines, fine margins for Geoffrey de Graaf already in this one. Missed match darts in 2 of the last 3 legs, and we are into a decider.
58.
And de Graaf is losing his way here.
It is another game where one guy is not led at any stage in the match until potentially the final leg of it. Is Jelle Klaasen going to come up with an incredible act of escapology and see off Geoffrey de Graaf, who, all right, he's ridden his luck, but played some very good darts to get to this stage, and he looked as if the first quarter-final appearance on the European Tour was there for the taking. He has missed a total of 3 match darts already, and he's got it all on just to give himself another one, but this could give him a chance.
135, Jelle with 127.
Well, 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 what a twist and a turn this match has taken all the way through. Just look at this from Jelle Klaasen, double 8.
190.
Jelle misses a match dart. De Graaf has already missed 3. Can he give himself a 4th? He might get one at the ball. It might be at double 6. De Graaf, it's only going to be at the bullseye to close it out, and he misses again.
79.
It is 4 match darts missed by Geoffrey de Graaf. And Klaasen steps up, pins double 4, and the former world champion from his days at the Lakeside has somehow turned this around, winning 4 consecutive legs. Do not write off Jelle Klaasen. He may be injured, he may have suffered some heavy defeats of late, but he has turned that one round quite spectacularly. And it is Jelle Klaasen versus Kyle Anderson in the opening quarter-final of the Happy Bet German Darts Masters. That's on the way this evening. We're going to turn our attention to the other quarter of the draw in the same half as Peter Wright and Stephen Bunting face off. But before that, it is James Wade and the Iceman Gerwin Price.
Geoffrey de Graaf. Really a crazy game. It's unbelievable that you won that match at the end, right? 2-5 down. Congratulations.
I think it was normal against him because I knew that he did it 2 games in a row, so I thought I can do it as well.
Now you're in the quarters playing Kyle Anderson. That's a friend of you. difficult to play, friend?
Yeah, very difficult. He's a very good player, a very good friend, so I have to play way better than my first 2 games, but I'm in the quarterfinal, so I'm happy.
In last year, reached the final, so we're still waiting for your first European Tour title. Possible? Good vibrations here in Jena?
Yeah, I love Germany. I love the tournaments. I wish we could play every weekend in Germany. So, no, for me, I don't think about winning now. I just want to do the surgery next month, and then I'm going to think about winning again.
Okay. See you later again. Thank you very much, Jelle. Jelle Klaasen. Jelle sagte, er hatte mitbekommen, dass Jeffrey in seinen ersten beiden Runden das Ding mit 6:5 gewann, obwohl er zurücklag. Das hat er jetzt genauso getan. Und er spielt also im Viertelfinale gegen Kyle Anderson. Das ist ein guter Freund von ihm. Ist nie einfach, einen Kumpel zu spielen. Die beiden aus dem gleichen Managementstall, die werden wir also am Abend dann erleben. Und jetzt kommt Gerwin Price gegen die Nummer 6 der Welt, James Wade. Bis gleich.